Remember the BlackBerry Bold? In 2019, there are still BlackBerry smartphones. And they still have keys. Once upon a time, Blackberries were so hot they were everywhere. And then smartphones happened.
A BlackBerry, it's my heart and soul. Like, I love it. I'll never get rid of it.
She got rid of it. Here's what a lot of people don't know though. BlackBerry has been making smartphones again. And I finally decided to try them out after much skepticism. I was thinking, of course it can never beat the BlackBerry of old. Fast forward to when I was shooting this video.
I'm literally typing the script on a flight. I'm enjoying the typing experience.
So what exactly is using a BlackBerry like in 2019? Let's begin with the basics. So what I have here is the BlackBerry Key2, and this was last year's model. First of all, yes, these phones are still designed for maximum productivity. In fact, like I mentioned earlier, I kept working on this thing at airports, in coffee shops, random hotels. Because these things are still made with the keypads, honestly, it just felt so enjoyable to tap away. Although I have to admit, typing on a keypad is not something I thought I'd have trouble going back to. But me and my long nails, well, let's just say it definitely slowed me down at first. The Key2 works a little bit differently from the original Blackberries that we know. This time around, there's a screen and keyboard combo. Basically, you have this wider screen that's also touchscreen so you can navigate through swiping and tapping, and you use this in tandem with the keyboard, of course. Go back and forth between screen and screen and keyboard, whichever you feel comfortable using. And yes, there is a virtual keyboard if that's more your jam. This phone definitely still has that businessy vibe with this good-looking texture on the back for good grip. And it also comes in a red one, but I didn't have access to that, so I had to settle with this black one. Oh, another thing, the BlackBerry Key2 also has fingerprint unlock. And it's not on the screen or on the phone, it's actually on the spacebar in the keyboard. Makes a lot of sense if you think about it. It'd be hard-pressed, pun intended, to think that I wouldn't be going on and on about the keyboard because this is a BlackBerry video. Having a keyboard is really cool, but what's even more cool is the fact that this keyboard is not just for typing. You can actually scroll using the keys. It helps navigate through the screen, or even for typing when I make those mistakes because of my long nails, just swipe back. It's not a productivity phone for nothing. This phone makes sure that every key is optimized. How do you do that? Duh, key assignments. Literally, you can assign each key a shortcut, and you can also assign an app not just for a tap, but also for a long press. There are also widgets on this thing, which is honestly a great idea. Basically, it makes it easy for me to toggle back and forth when I'm working on something on this phone. And the recent screen, it is made so that it's easy to just check back on what you are doing and tap back into it. Also, pressing and holding an app on the home screen gives you app shortcuts. Another thing to note is that Blackberries are very secure. It even has a built-in app which allows you to check permissions for each app so you can see what's going on your phone. The Key2 has very basic cameras. It has a zoom, but to my horror, there's no beauty mode at all. Despite this, picture quality is actually pretty decent. If you think about it, BlackBerry is actually going for the best of both worlds with a bigger screen And the keyboard. I have no problem whatsoever with media consumption on that screen, but my main gripe remains to be social media on the Key2. You see, if you have a differently sized screen, it's not gonna mesh well with viewers of your social media who's probably looking at, let's say, your stories from another differently sized screen. For example, Instagram stories tend to get cut out or there'd be a blank on the bottom of the screen. Not the most ideal way to story. But then again, if you think about it, this is a productivity phone and social media is not the most productive thing to be doing on your handset. So I guess in that way, it really sticks to its purpose. We end this video with the same question that we started with. What exactly is using a BlackBerry like in 2019? My quick answer? It's refreshing. It's one of the few devices in the market that actually feels different and offers a different take on what mobile smartphones are now. I'm guessing this isn't the last we'll be hearing from BlackBerry. Dude, someone tell Kim Kardashian.